Welcome to the Cherys TV. Welcome to the Cherys TV. My name is Abby and I'm a fragrance lover. I love anything that smells, feels, and smells good, you guys. Welcome back to another video. By the title of this video, you already know it's about to get down. Today I'm going to be sharing 10 fragrances that you didn't know that was unisex. Now, before we get into this video, if you are new here, my name is Abby, and on this channel we talk about fragrances, anything that has to do with smelling good, feeling good, that's what we talk about. And if that sounds like something that you're interested in, honey, go ahead and consider subscribing to the channel. These 10 fragrances are fragrances that are not really marketed as unisex. So let's go ahead and start with the first one. The first one is one from the House of Commodity, and it is Commodity Nectar. Now, this is definitely in the old packaging. This is a beautiful nectar fragrance. It's citrusy, it's tart, it has a little sweetness, but it's not that sweet. It is very citrusy and fresh. It is one of those fragrances that a man could put on and you'll be like, well, hello there. It smells so clean and fresh. This fragrance smells amazing on a man, and when they sprayed it on them, it did not smell like a feminine fragrance at all. This is definitely unisex, and I think this one is marketed as unisex, but when someone smells it, they're not gonna automatically say, oh, hey, hello, this is a unisex fragrance. No, they're gonna automatically say this is a feminine fragrance. But trust me, if you see this, try it first, because it can definitely be worn on a man as well. The next one is from the house of Who is Elijah, and it is called Muse. Now, Muse is a beautiful fragrance. I don't know if you guys seen my last video, a couple videos before this video. It is my enhancer video. I'm gonna put it right here for you guys. This is definitely a fragrance that you can enhance a fragrance and you can wear it on its own. It has this beautiful ambroxan note in it, and ambroxan on my skin pulls very woody, and ambroxan in a fragrance is very sexy. I love anything that has ambroxan, like Baccarat Rouge has ambroxan. There's a lot of other fragrances that has ambroxan, and those fragrances are very sexy. A lot of people like it. So if you've ever smelled Molecule 01, this is definitely one of those type of fragrances. It's an enhancer. It will enhance your fragrance game tremendously. I love it. And if you are thinking about getting anything from Who is Elijah and you don't know where to start, if you're a person that likes Molecule 1, if you like ambroxan in any fragrance, then this is the one to go to. The next fragrance is one that most of you guys probably wouldn't even think of being a unisex fragrance because of the house that it's from. It's from MAC Cosmetics, not even a fragrance house, but they have a fragrance line. Now, it's really hard to find these fragrances because they are discontinued, but if you do stumble upon it, I will tell you to definitely get it, because they're unisex. And this one is Mac's Velvet Teddy. Now, Velvet Teddy is a unisex fragrance. Now, just thinking about the name, the packaging, you would never, never think that it's a unisex fragrance. But all you gotta do is smell it, honey. This is basically the perfect dupe for Tom Ford Tobacco Vanilla. It is a beautiful, spicy vanilla tobacco fragrance. It is sexy. It lasts forever. It lasts forever. And when you put it on your skin, it's beautiful. On a woman, especially me, it leans a little bit more sweet. On a man, that tobacco note just, elevates a little bit more than others. I love it, and it's definitely unisex. I bet you didn't know that this was unisex. Now you know, honey. Now, this one is one that is definitely not marketed as a unisex fragrance at all. It is from the house of Chanel, and it is Chanel Chance Eau Fresh. Now, this one, I want to say, is the perfect unisex fragrance from the house of Chanel. You can wear any fragrance for Chanel, no matter what it is, because if that's what you want to do, you can do it. Can't nobody tell you anything. But if you're looking for a fragrance and you're like, I want something that's a little bit unisex, or if you're a female that likes men's style fragrances and you want something that's not too feminine, Chanel Chance Eau Fresh is definitely one to go to. It is directly down the middle of feminine and masculine. I love this fragrance. It's a fresh and crisp and clean fragrance that you can wear during the spring, the summer, especially during the summer. It wears amazing and it lasts all day. And surprisingly, I never thought that it would last because it's a EDT and it's a fresh and clean fragrance, but surprisingly it lasts, and it's unisex. If you didn't know, now you know. The next one is from the house of YSL, and this one is one that a lot of people probably wouldn't think that is unisex, but honestly, whenever I smell it, it's unisex to me. I always smell that division in it, and it is YSL Libre EDP. Now, the reason why I feel like this is definitely unisex, because think about it. Lavender is put in a lot of men fragrances. This is a lavender fragrance with the added note of vanilla. It's heavier on the lavender, and I think that if a man would put this on him, he would love it. And I've smelled this on several men before. I've asked them, what are you wearing? They said Libre by YSL, and they always be like, yeah, I know it's a female. I'm like, no, it smells amazing on you. That's it. If you want to wear that, you wear that. And Libre is one that definitely will smell good on a man. Now, I'm sorry, ladies, if your husband watched this video and he start wearing your Libre, I'm sorry, but I just had to tell him because I know you wasn't going to tell him, so I had to. The next one is one from the house of Tom Ford. Now, y'all, it's a no-brainer because y'all know Tom Ford is a unisex house, but a lot of people really don't think so. And this fragrance is definitely unisex. A man and a woman can wear this. And it is called Eau de Soleil Blanc. Now, this is a tropical vibe fragrance. I always say that it smells like a luxurious woman, but a man could definitely wear this too. I've smelled this on a man and I just couldn't get my nose off of him. I don't know if you guys know him. His name is Jay Holloway. He's here on YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and put his link. Subscribe and follow him on IG. But he wore this and I couldn't get my nose off of him. I was like, oh my God, Jay, you smell so good. It smells amazing on a man and amazing on a woman. This fragrance has no gender. Surprisingly, it may smell like it, but it's definitely unisex. So check it out. If you were looking at it and you was on the fence, it's definitely good on a man. The next one is one from the house of Swiss Arabian, and this one is Casablanca. Now, this is another one that most people probably wouldn't think that is unisex, but to me, I feel like it's very unisex. Now, I don't know if you guys ever smelled Byron Parfume's Mula Mula. If you like that, and if you smelled that, and if you're a man and you wear this, then you will love this as well. I'm not saying that they are dupes of each other. I'm not saying that they smell exactly alike, but they are in the same vein. They're in the same family. This is very beautiful. It's a caramelized apple. It's so nice. It has some nice woody notes in the bottom to ground it. But honestly, it is beautiful, and this smells amazing on a man. My husband worn this. He's worn a lot of my fragrances, and I'm just starting to feel like a lot of these dents are not from me. They're from him. But this is good. Like, it smells amazing on him. I don't know what it is about this fragrance. I remember he only wore it one time, but that day I was just like, dang, Mark, you smell like you've been playing in my fragrances. And he was like, well, I just picked one, and it was this one, the Casablanca. First of all, I was like, no, first of all, it's Casablanca. If y'all know Mark, he's always messing up my fragrances names. He says Casablanca. Where is the O in this fragrance? But hey, it smells amazing on him though. I really loved it on him. And I had to hide it because he said he was going to wear it again because it lasts all day. I'm like, yeah, I know. But it's beautiful. It's definitely unisex. So if you've been trying, listen, sometimes don't worry about the notes. Just smell the fragrance. That's it. Because sometimes the notes will drive you away from a fragrance. I honestly highly suggest for you to smell them. Casablanca is a beautiful caramelized apple fragrance that smells amazing on both genders. The next one is one that you might not think is unisex, but it's definitely unisex. It's one from the house of Balenciaga, and it is Floral Botanica. This is another fresh fragrance. To me, it gives me a little bit of powdery in it, and it has like a mint vibe, and then it's like fresh green floral. I love, I almost put that in my nose, but I love this fragrance. It is so fresh and powdery and not sweet and like good. Do you get some sweetness in it? I mean, not really, but I mean, if you really dig your nose into the fragrance, you probably will smell some sweetness, but it's not like one of those heavy sweet fragrances. It's one of those powdery, fresh green fragrances. In the beginning, you get this nice greenness, but then towards the dry down, you start to get that powdery, but it's not heavy on the powder, which I feel like is beautiful. A lot of men fragrances have iris in them, and iris gives off this like powdery, makeup-y vibe, and I think that's gorgeous on a man. So if you like that type of vibe, if you like, for example, Dior Homme, then you'll like this, because I'm not gonna say they smell alike, but they are in the same vibe, where it's fresh and clean and powdery. You'll like that. Now, the last two fragrances are the ones that's probably the least unisex in this list. They're not the least unisex, but they're the ones that most people would never wear, especially my fellas. And they are both rose fragrances, and y'all, rose smells amazing on a man. So I just don't know why men run away from rose fragrances. But the first one is from the house of Mancera, and it is Roses Vanille. Now, when Mancera said that this was unisex, I felt like if Mancera was there, I'd have been like, who you lying to? You know, because this is so feminine. Like when I spray this, I feel so beautiful, I feel so elevated, I feel so gorgeous. And I was just like, how can a man smell like that? You know, like this is definitely not unisex. Until I sprayed it on Mark, and I was just like, dude, you brought out a different thing out of this fragrance. It smells amazing. Like on his skin, it was less vanilla and more rose, and it was so nice. It smelled very fresh. It smelled sugary, but it was not like how it smelled on me. On him, it smelled really, really good. I don't know if it was his sweat. I don't know if it was that masculine DNA, but it was just really, really nice. And I was like, well, this is definitely unisex, I guess. But it's not one that I would have never thought in a million years will smell amazing on a man. But it does. It does. So go ahead and check that out. I'm not telling you to blind buy any of these. I'm telling you to go ahead and smell them. Check it out on your skin and let me know how you feel. And if you already wearing some of these, go ahead and let me know. And the last one is one that I really did not believe that was unisex. Like, could nobody tell me nothing until I sprayed it, until I've actually smelled it on a fragrance lover. Like, I went to Neiman's, and there's this guy, he actually told me that he watches my videos. And I asked him, what are you wearing today? And he was like, I'm wearing Delina. And I said, now you lying, because that does not smell like no damn Delina. I did smell the rose. I did smell... Those people are so rude, y'all. Y'all done? Like I was saying, I do smell the rose. I did smell like the sparkling champagne vibe, like that crisp, clean opening, the tartness, but nothing clicked it to Delina. I was trying to figure out what he was wearing because it smelled really, really good. And when he told me Delina, I was just like, no, it's not. He gave me his arm to smell, took his arm, and I was like, wow, that is Delina. But in the air, like projecting from his skin, it did not smell like Delina. It smelled like a beautiful rose fragrance. I loved it. This is one that is definitely unisex, and check it out. Delina by Parfums de Marly. And that was the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me here yet again for another video. If you are new here, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. At this point, you made it this far in the video. It makes no sense for you to not subscribe to the video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me here yet again. I hope you guys love this video. Each and every one of these fragrances, I will link them in the description box below for you to shop. If I have any coupon, I will definitely link it in the description box below. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, 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 please stay safe and keep on smelling fragrances. Bye.